So this piece uses a really beautiful text from Juan Ramon Jimenez. I was wondering if you could tell us about that text and how it connects with the composer.
So there's a lot of connection with the composer. Juan Ramon Jimenez was a mentor to his father and his mother, who were both they were both poets as well, and famous in their own right. And it's pretty clear that Jimenez wrote this as a love poem to his wife, who was also a poet named
Mm. Hmm.
uh, Zenubia Camprubi. And when Vitier was commissioned to write this, this was for a commemoration of the life of Che Guevara, for an official state celebration of Che's life. And Che was is depicted in Cuban history as this kind of almost jovial guy, even though he was a warrior, but this kind of bigger than life, fun presence, um, who led this kind of charmed life. So Criatura
Hmm.
Afortunada, lucky creature, fortunate creature.
Hmm.
And but I think this poem is a little deeper than just Che was a very charismatic person. I think it had more
Hmm.
to do with the charisma of being in love with someone enough
Hmm.
to become married to them and then go through all of the ups and downs of a marriage. And you hear that in the language of the music. You hear that in the language of the poem. And and I think Vitier paints that really beautifully. I will say that this language is very indicative. The musical language is very indicative of his style of kind of putting together popular jazz elements with classical music, which I
Hmm.
think is a really interesting way to go. Um, and he really takes you on that journey. He really takes
Hmm.
you on that journey where of we're going to go laughing through the hills and valleys. We're going to soar over the azul, which is always the water. Water is always
Hmm.
connected to Cubans, because they're surrounded and it's the life source, and so that's
Right.
important always. But it's very impressionistic. I think it,
Hmm.
it it reminds me of Debussy a little bit in a odd sort of way because of the way the impressionism goes and the way the colors are used within both the language and in the harmonic language. And
Hmm.
so that's interesting for me. um, I like that it's not concrete in a way that you can express it in your own way. And I will say when I sang it for Jose, he loved that I got to the heart of it because I saw it as just how Olga and I went through life together,
Hmm. Yeah,
and
you have one of those marriages as well,
yeah,
where you're
and
married
art,
to another artist.
and yeah, the artistic marriage, where you go
Hmm.
on this journey of what is life and what are the colors of life and how do we talk about that and express it and where does it take us? Because like I said, Criatura Afortunada is about this journey. You're going on
Hmm.
the journey.
And that list of colors that repeats several times throughout the poem and comes back at the end um, may be a sort of a metaphor for all of the different colors of a person as you get to know them across a lifetime.
As Yes, especially if you understand that Jose Maria is married to a painter, um,
Mm. Aha.
and her works are very colorful, like
Mm-hmm.
extremely colorful, and almost dreamlike or escapist.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and so was Zenubia Camprubi, the Juan Ramon Jimenez's wife.
Oh,
Her
yeah.
very kind of colorful and dreamlike, not meant again to be specific. Back to that impressionistic, that very French idea of create an atmosphere and live in the atmosphere, and
Mm.
I think that's really important, and it follows with that old Spanish, with nin into Lecuona and into Jose Maria and Leo Brouwer, they're all connected to that Spanish school that was connected to the French school,
Mm-hmm.
or at least for a song it goes,
Mm-hmm.
and so melody is very important. Color of that, but that shifting color, constant
Yeah.
shifting color, that never gives you ground to sit on. It's never
Yeah.
solid ground.
Yeah. But maybe slightly different from some early impressionist stuff in that the passion is really more extroverted, and
That's
it just makes for a really beautiful song, and I'm really glad we get to share
Thank you. I am too. That's Cuban. The passion is Cuban.
it. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.